Now we're going to go ahead and cut this top cable here, but to illustrate what's happening on the other end, look at this next cable down. Now we've threaded on a jam nut with some exposed threads showing, and the exposed threads are just enough to where you bottom out the acorn nut. Now we may have to adjust that afterwards, but the reason why we do this is because if you do end up cutting your cable a little bit too short, this gives you about 1/4 of an inch of freedom or adjustment so that you can make that up without having to cut a new cable. Okay, we're going to go ahead and cut this cable now. A couple things you want to focus on is make sure you've got a reasonable amount of tension on this cable so that there's no slack in it. So if you cut it, you'd cut it too long that way. So make sure you've got some tension on it. About 3/8 of an inch short of the post, go ahead and cut the cable. You can see that. And then we're going to go ahead and attach the end fitting. Now at this point it's good to have a helper so that they can hold the cable and the fitting together while you crimp the fitting. Now your first crimp, you want to go ahead and have it about 1/4 of an inch from the end of the fitting, and then your next crimp you'll do about 1/4 of an inch away from that, and you'll rotate this fitting about 180 degrees. Then you just feed it back in through the post. Attach the ends and tension it enough to where there's no slack showing in the cable.